try and kill him off quickly before, like in the duration of the silence. I mean, before he tries to jump away. And they have decent amounts of burst damage now with the Earth.
I just don't like how when you're watching games from China,
I actually think in these early stages of the game, you have good kill potential. If the Queen of Pain goes mid and the Earth rolls in, obviously like flame guns are a problem for you to have to get through first, but you do have kill potential. So I think this is an okay pick. I worry about their wave clear a little bit up against the Nature's Prophet potentially, like in their support duo. I mean,
I can't change the casters or anything right now
like
because
4-4.
Yes, I think he's more likely to put and roll this game with the silence. Because they need the extra bit, a little bit of lockdown. Maybe go like 2-4-4 or something.
Welcome to the stream.
But 4-1-4 is still possible. Problem is, if you don't get 4 points in the queue, like you don't. It's like your main damage spell, right?
We'll see how this goes. I'm surprised PSG is not winning
only
very many
rather
games
than
recently. It looks
barely
like
push out lands okay as well.
Team pick. Warlock.
Their team fight's pretty good though.
Interesting. I had this hero yesterday, and it's kind of like a half meme. I was actually going for it this game, which is cool. Warlock Ember's a crazy combo, by the way. Like, you ever get fatal bonds in like 3 or 4 heroes in a fight, and you just use sleight of fist. Like, they share so much damage between them. It feels pretty crazy.
I'm really surprised PSG's losing as much as they are. I don't think they've won very many games.
What, you throw 3? Old 11, Warlock?
Cheeky mid Warlock.
Well, I mean, they went with Structure yesterday in DPL CDA. What's to stop them from putting another support in the 3 position?
I mean, they could, but it's not awful. Like, I don't know. You know, historically, this is always nearly always going to be X Nova Series. You kind of need a little bit of team fight, I would say, like a little bit more catch on the LGD side last. But...
Okay. Ooh. Swap some heroes around.
Interesting. So this is going to be. I wonder where the Visage goes though. I mean, Faith Beyond's been the Visage placement before. So is it going to be Earth Spirit 4, Visage 3?
5 seconds remaining.
Feels pretty bad against Snake Prophet and Lane though.
Make the 3 into 3. Earth Spirit 4, Visage 1. Pick up the Grimstroke. Do it. Do the home special.
Yeah, they just don't have a carry.
Visage 1.
Yeah, I don't think that looks awful then if they do that. I think they need a Tyler hero still. I think. Like I'd be really surprised if this was a Sylar hero last.
Saying they're the ones who initiated that whole Visage Grimstroke thing.
They did.
Might as well do it again.
What? Grimstroke's just falling off the face of the earth.
He's not a hero anymore. Nobody plays him.
I wonder why. I feel like it's not bad.
Ixwell still feels good. Especially with heroes that are so, like, you're playing with a lot of mobile heroes these days. I'm certainly surprised because of the fact that, like, Queen of Pain is played so much. Why not get Inkswell and Queen of Pain and go forward?
Dire team ban.
The anti-mage ban. I was hoping we see an AM.
Both teams just banning up carries here. Because something like PL is still in the pool as well, which I actually think is a really good pick for LGD. Is it too greedy then? Or are they just want to pick up an offlaner on LGD?
5 seconds remaining.
But this Prophet's the one. I'm trying to think of the hard carries still in the pool that are picked off.
Radiant team pick.
Like Luna potentially? I could expect that.
Dire team pick.
Warrior.
Oh. Okay. So my question now becomes, is Sylar playing Ursa? And if it is, are they going to want to match him up against the Ember in the laning state?
5
I feel like
seconds remaining.
good timing against all 3 of these cores in the laning stage. So it'll be interesting to see where they just start laying him up. Oh, and there's the Luna.
Okay.
Dude, they have some big spread damage with this Fatal Bond from X Nova as well if they can get their spells off, like in a good situation. And you these heroes with potential to farm ancients as well just go up in priority.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely one of them.
For sure. EHome kind of lack lockdown.
Yeah.
You're using either overgrowth, familiars, like I don't know. Like I don't think it's good. That's for sure. But at the same time, LGD, and you know, they've got much more available lockdown to them. Impale, Searing Chains, Boost Beam. Proud if you don't have yourself a Quelling Blade.
Mm-hmm.
Or Force Staff. Feels problematic.
There will be pain.
Yes.
There will be screaming.
I worry that EHome, if they don't like hit the ground running from the get-go, right? Like, I think it's like old 11 Nature's Prophet, the offlane is gonna absolutely tear it up because they have these like this really mobile core in the Ember that it can play with. Like Luna kind of just wants to farm for a little while. This is what I'm saying about Chalice, what they would want to do, right? Like last game he plays a really tempo-heavy hero in the Visage. I feel like the way that the patch is kind of towards people are
I just
thinking
grabbed my
about how the
cookies,
patch
ready
works
for
is that,
this.
like, these cores need to be able to scale at least a little bit, which is what we've seen from the other teams so far in this competition. Like they're picking up the Spectres, the TBs, the things like that, right? And I think Chalice is going to have to, and LGD are probably just going to have to change up a little bit here to help themselves.
X Nova, the Warlock with like all these heroes feels like it's gonna do so much. Fatalbond's gonna be disgusting this game.
30 seconds remaining.
Like, how is it? How does Fatalbond's
Yeah.
not do work this game? Think about it.
It's like Fablons with Eclipse, Wrath of Nature, Sleight of Fist.
Oh my god!
It's gonna be.
You're gonna blow heroes out of the earth.
Imagine if you Fatal Bonds 5 heroes and they all just get hit by the end of the Wrath of Nature. I think they all just die. Straight up.
To battle.
It'd be interesting to see what X Nova's skill build is on this Warlock as well. Like how many points in upheaval, for example, he wants to go for as well. Because they have a really heavy, like a really mobile lineup. Like Earth Spirit, Quap, there's Ursa which can kind of just run around as well. This is a little bit more reliant on his like movement speed, mobility, and things. So if they can kind of just like kite him out until he gets that BKB with the upheaval, it might help massively to deal with the fuzzy bear.
So let's see what they can do with this top lane. How Chalice is gonna perform? Because Chalice, it just never seemed like he really got off the ground with that Visage. Ooh, pause.
Look in the tree here, external vision Q. A cheeky little kiss.
How's your day? I'm okay. In the trees.
Hey.
Pause, taking a look at chat. Rioya didn't like my idea with the ink swelling Quap.
Who didn't?
Rioya. He said
Oh man.
Can't please everybody.
I forget that at this point in the, because it's so early for me, I forget that some Americans are still up for like being the night time.
Well, if they're on the West
Like
Coast,
me.
it's not terribly late for them. It's only midnight.
Yeah,
Like it's 3:30 in the morning for me, but like you know, we got a big country over here. There we go. Go. As he says go, he disconnects.
What the just happened?
Just live in a small country, I think. Then we only have one time zone to worry about.
It would be interesting if America was just all one time zone.
That'd be awful. That just wouldn't work.
Now where were we?
Don't China do that though, actually? I feel like China have like a one that they use officially for everything. I might be lying there.
I feel like I heard that yesterday, or like 2 days ago. I read about that. Not that it wasn't something I think I knew already, but I feel like when you read something, you're like, yeah, I knew that.
Yeah. Queen of Pent's dominating this mid lane so far, by the way. 4 and 5 against Ember's 2 and 0. Nothing to say, because like whenever he watches, like he's always just. I talked about it last year, I remember. Maybe it's just the fact that he's broken. Never mind his heroes. Like,
he's number 2 ranked in the region.
Yeah, but I feel like every get lane we watch of his, he always does well. I wonder what he takes at 3. I should just another point in dagger. Yeah, he did. I was wondering whether he might decide to put a second point in there so he can get rid of the level 2.
One more shot.
Ooh.
First, but just in time for Chalice, and actually might get 2.
Yeah, beam up in 3 seconds again.
Should get it if he spots him again. Yeah.
That's huge for Chalice. He's now top of net worth already, just because of the double kill. And the thing is as well, like you have to remember these kills give more XP as well, right? Like he's level 3. He's 2 points in beam now. Jinq, that what you want to be doing?
Nothing to say, it's just dead mid. Sam just ran at him. He'll die to the tower, but he ran up on nothing to say. Stayed with him with the flame guard and then fisted and killed him.
A Chalice top lane just rolled on. I think Jinq might be in trouble though, but they have another solar function actually. Oh wow.
The damage. That damage early, disgusting.
I'm not respecting this Visage damage at all. Like, he has 2 points in Soul Assumption now. So it's absolutely fine as well, just coming clear to that Shadow Word. How did nothing to say die mid?
He just ran.
He's now losing in terms of XP, right? Like, I mean, it's pretty close because some creep wave coming in, but...
Ran in him with the flame guard and then they're both sitting pretty low. And he did go once again. He's got, you know, shared tango as well as 2 charges in that bottle, but see how he approaches the rest of this. This is one of my favorite parts of mid is when we see both middle laners with bottle because they're trying to figure out, you know, who can get that 4-minute room. I think a lot more rotations come in a lane like that.
Yeah.
Got the stun now on Silas. Treant's body blocking him as well as F-Fly. And they're just getting the kill onto this Ursa.
That's what I was saying, but I the Prophet, no matter what lane he was going to go, was always going to have a good time. And it seems to be that way at the moment. Like, lane's pushing into him as well, which is really nice. There's not a huge amount the Tree of the Earth can do to bully out the old 11 in this lane. Because he's got these level 2 treants now that they're just going to start to cause a big problem. Old 11 is so good on this show as well, remember? We saw, like, I feel like he's played this in forever.
Sours.
Who got the 4-minute room, by the way? Oh, he just got the haster in.
Sour kind of getting, you know, on the struggle buff here.
Oh,
Although he runs at old 11. taking a little bit of damage there as the 5 mark happens and the bounty reserve picked up. FY gets 1, but back on old 11, who's sprouting in the nature's grasp.
Whoa. I felt like there wasn't really any need for old 11 to push forward there because the FY was, you know, just freely getting the rune. There's no need for it to put himself in danger. But well played by Salah to notice that he could do that to himself. I do like watching Salah play Ursa. Well, it's one of his better heroes that I've seen recently.
That was not yours.
By the way, you were right. China is one time zone.
Oh, nice. I'm glad I didn't just completely mess that up. It would have been really awkward. Oh, Jin-Q comes bot lane.
Oh,
okay.
gosh. FY. And
It's going to be a double death.
Definitely looks like it.
I didn't even think about that interaction. That just looks so funny to be mid lane as well.
Oh my gosh, you don't get 3.
I don't know why that was so funny.
Because he just walked right through without hesitation. You get that feeling of I've sprouted myself. I'm safe.
Yeah.
Man, that was certainly interesting.
It reminded me of like someone covering their eyes and being like, I can't see you, so you can't see me, kind of thing.
That's a real thing.
Silas having to run all the way back to base though, by the way. This was a lot of wasted time for him. He does have a bottle of his own, and unfortunately for him, like he doesn't have a support that can come and TP to his lane anytime soon. Like Spirit's TP was still on cooldown, so he has to run all the way back to base himself. Nothing to say, by the way, in terms of CS, it's absolutely destroying mid lane. Like, he's pretty much a whole level ahead of the Ember at this point. Not to say Ember can't come back into the game, but...
Chouse again. Uses the equip straight up, and there's the Fatal Bonds, but, well, Sylar is here too.
Jin-Q been involved in 5 out of 8 kills so far, doing a really good job. He's at the right place at the right time at the moment, and he actually hasn't leveled Silence at all. Interesting. I thought he might go for it at one point by level 4. I wonder if he goes for it at 5, or if he just maxes out the rolling boulder now, goes towards 0, and then goes back for more points in Silence. Because we've seen, like you said yesterday we saw the 4-1-4, which I don't think I'd seen before in ages. Rolling boulder nearly always tends to be the one that you max out first.
And then he skipped distance, didn't he? He went the damage.
He did actually get the level 10 talent.
Sylar's making a lot of rotations, and they're going to be right up on this Nyx Assassin. They've also got the familiars coming in, but Sylar gets the kill.
I think it gets to the point in the bot now where they feel like they can't bully the old 11 though enough. Like, Sylar has to just head off back to the jungle now, and they're just going to give Innocence the XP in the bot lane, which I think is fine. Like, you want this tree to get levels. We saw how well yesterday, when you points in this living armor, how difficult it is to push towers, right?
Yeah.
And I worry for old 11 that he's not going to be able to get this like tower push potential going that he really wants to on this Nature's Prophet, just because of the living armor and the Nature's Grasp as well. Like, look at denies on Nature's Prophet and the Queen of Pain. Obviously, for Nature's Prophet, some of them are going to be the little tree and protectors, but even so. Living armor comes out in this bot lane. Like, they need more heroes down here to push with old 11.
They're just never going to get the tower. We saw that yesterday.
He's TPing down to the bot lane as well here. They might look to go for this.
Starting, Boulder Smash comes down in old 11. Goes into the trees, and this time successfully PPs out. And Wrath of Nature, as Chalice, he's pretty low, and he's trying to run away, but he won't have that opportunity to do so with the Familiars and Sylar are both here. X-Nova, he'll get run down too. Shocked the wrong way, X-Nova. Books you soon, he jukes him out, and Faith Beyond, he's dead. Yeah.
Proc on the field. Oh, if they kill the center here, it's a lot of gold. Oh!
Hit the Familiars.
Fatal Bonds are still on the Familiars. They might look to try and do it through that. Oh, didn't quite kill the creep. It has 12 HP regen, by the way, on the Helm of Dawn creep. Absolutely ridiculous. Can I point out?
That's unnecessary.
Why is this a thing? 4 mana regen and 12 HP regen. Absolutely nutty.
That's very unnecessary. Faith Beyond. He's got Helm of the Dominator, taking a look at the net worth. Well, I guess he's an offlaner, so comparatively to the Nature's Prophet, he's behind, but this is about where the Visage was safe lane wise in the first game, so you shouldn't be too upset about that. But over bottom, 11 getting chased, magnetizes there. Innocence moving in. Did they get it? I think they reactivated the magnetize. They'll get the kill on the Jinku. They lose X Nova. And Eclipse from Chalice doesn't really accomplish too much other than the Jinku kill.
A little bit wasted, unfortunately. I think he's going Master Bandits on the Luna as well, which I actually quite like this game. Like him wanting to be able to just, you know, flash farm the Ancients and things as well, because they have that going for them. Where if you look at EHome side, they don't really have anybody that does the same thing of the Ancients. Like us can do them okay, but just don't have that same level of farming speed that the Luna does. I think that's where you have to play your advantage on LGD.
Dire's top tower isn't well at the moment. Dire's top tower is not on top of things. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Nova. In here only level 5, Jinki's already level 7. So is the Treant. Jesus, what's the experience? It's gotta be massive already.
Yeah, I mean, Innocence is the support Joe is the big problem, especially in terms of threat. Like Innocence was freely able to get all this XP bot just because of the Ursa left lane so early. Look how high up in HP this tower is in the bot lane. It goes back to this point again. Like, how are they supposed to be pushing down this bot lane if they're not going to be bringing heroes? Like, they're just losing map control and losing towers without being able to reply.
This is so far so good from EHome. I worried about the fact that they didn't really have lockdown, but I mean, they have a massive amount of slows and a massive amount of movement around the map. Magnetize down once again. Soul Assumption just blows up F-Fly, and this is another game, it feels like, on the Nyx where he's not able to do much. Losing Beam. There's the ulti from X Nova, and they've got the Fatal Bombs bouncing around, but the Sonic Wave for nothing to say, and the Overgrowth. Everybody is dead on LGD. Goodbye. Wow.
That magnetized did so much damage. I'm looking at the fight up here. Like, yeah, Earth Spirit did 1,943 damage that whole fight, which is like more than the Queen of Pain.
Yeah, and that was a Sonic Wave that hit multiple heroes, or hit like 5 heroes.
Yeah. You have to remember, look at the burst damage that they have. It's like an Ursa with just the raw right clicks. There's Queen of Pain with like Sonic Wave and the magic damage. There's Soul Assumptions. There's Magnetizes. Like, in these early engagements, it's really difficult for them to ever fight because, like, yeah, they have points in Fatal Bond. Yeah, they have points in Eclipse, but it's not the same level of like burst damage that can come through at this point in the game. The Demon Spirit doesn't have like a slight. He's only got 1 point in Sleight of Fist, which is some of the chains and the Flame Guard build, which I think is fine. You know, you're playing against this Queen of Pain. You want the extra lockdown. There's just no sustained damage coming through throughout the fight, right? Because like Luna can't just stand and like right-click people at the moment. There's just absolutely no way. I'd still really like to see Palace try and play towards these Ancients at the moment as well. The problem is, like, they're going to want to go Roche on EHome soon. Yeah, they're going to go to the pit now. Like, do LGD feel like they can contest? Because I don't think they can. And if so, why are they playing on this top half of the map, right?
Without the chaotic offering, I don't know how they can test this. I don't think the Eclipse does enough. Maybe you can try and swipe it with the Ember, but you can't even risk that. He's bottom anyway.
Just fortified their structures.
And they scammed, but like Roche is dead already. Why are they? I don't understand why they're scamming. Maybe it's just because if they're not in the pit, they're worried that they're going to contest them bot. But you know, they can't get into the pit anyway.
Radiant's bottom bottom tower is gone with the wind.
EHome's doing a very good job, and this is, you know, something that we haven't seen from them in a while. They've always been like, I don't know, again, all 8 teams in this event I think can take it. I think they're more middle of the pack though, if we were to rank them. Like coming into this, I think people would say what, LGD, VG, maybe even like IG, RNG, SAG before EHome. And that's, you know, teams that I'm not saying are well ahead of EHome, but at the time maybe people thought that was the way, this was how it ranks up, and EHome's got an amazing roster behind them, proving that they're still a very good team even though they haven't had the best results.
I kind of get that, but at the same time, when a new patch drops, I think power rankings are really difficult to do, right? Because people are still figuring things out. Like if a team figures out something quicker than all the other teams, they're like, power rankings is going to go up quicker. But to be honest, the games that we've seen from EHome so far, like they beat Sealick 2-1 yesterday, and they're looking really good so far today.
Wow, gets the break on the vintage. Fatal bounces out. Sonic Wave comes in. Chaotic offering used, but they'll have the save with the mech. They'll go to the back, looking over at Somnus. Sylar now needs to back off for a second. He doesn't have Enrage. He does have the Aegis, but let's see how they'll re-engage. And HQ has been just on it, man. And Chalice is gonna die. X-Nova getting chased up as they'll grab the kill on Old 11. They'll take out FY and X-Nova, looking like another team wipe, but Somnus, fortunate enough for him, he makes it behind the tier 3 tower and out of the grasp of EHome.
That was crazy, actually. I don't know if you know, Xingqiu, they turned around. They didn't have vision on the high ground or anything, I don't think.
He did the most damage again, by the way.
Yeah, they turned around. He hit a 5-man boulder smash, like just on the way through, through the middle of them all. All of a sudden, the Esa just runs back in because they're so slow. He doesn't even lose his Aegis, by the way. Goes down to like 100 HP. And they tried to burst down Faith at the start of the fight. It's so difficult. Like, yeah, you get the break from the Vistage, which is nice to go through the grave.
Oh dear. Somnus. He is hit with the geomagnetic grip. Without the soul assumption, there's another hit for EHome.
Yeah, like, you try to kill the Visage at the start of the fight, and you break him, which is good, but he has Helm of Dawn on mech. Like, look at his armor, he's sitting at 18. So even if you break him, it's still so difficult to kill him off. I don't think he's the guy that you want to be going for first. He's almost got Greaves up as well. But then if you look at their lineup, like, who
they found Chalice again!
They're unstoppable.
Oh, God. Xingqiu has been everywhere. Actually everywhere. I mean, he's 17 of 22 kills. I wouldn't be surprised if he's got the most hero damage so far.
Yeah. Potentially, yeah.
A dominating
The same
Find X-Nova.
They're just hitting this death pool timing, right?
Yeah.
LGD, like they have these 3 cores all well in the laning stage.
Silent overgrows Sonic Wave, and that actually pushes him closer to Sylar. And Nature's Grasp, a couple more shots. Scream coming in, and the Shadow Strike. He's alive. 25 health.
Never in doubt.
No fear.
Oh, they're leaving armor the creep to keep it alive. That's a big brave play. They even pop the mech as well to stop the just getting the 200 gold. Oh, it was Greaves actually. It wasn't even mech. So. Do Greaves and mech have the same cooldown? I actually have no idea. No, so the Greaves has 40-second cooldown, mech has 65. Okay, makes sense.
This has been such a clean series so far for EHome.
They've looked so good.
Yeah.
I think this. Oh, hang on.
No way to stop the TV.
I really think somebody gets a pipe as well. Like their lineup just doesn't ever die. Like I'm really supposed to know to pipe against the
silence. On Jinkyu, he's on the run. He gets the magnetized down, but there's the intel. So maybe they finally get him to kill out of this Earth Spirit. But here comes Faith Beyond. Chaotic offering in. FYX no gun. Jinkyu never dying. They don't even get the Earth Spirit. Oh my god. And GG. Oh my god.
He has the extra armor from the tier 2 tower out of the medallion from the tree in. So he's just like, ew. Oh my goodness. This is not what we expected at all coming into game 2, I'll tell you that much. Like the LGD have a really good lineup like in the laning stage and things, and all their lanes go okay, but I think